Hi, guys, and welcome to another online session. Um, I just want to say thank you for being so patient in throughout this whole process of online classes. I hope you all doing fine, and I hope you all safe. Okay. Today's class, we're going to talk about phonetics. So, phonetics practice with difficult sounds. Remember that in English we have some consonants that we don't have in Spanish, of course, and the pronunciation is very important. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Um, so, what's the importance of phonetics and communication? The importance of communication is to deliver a message. When we speak, we want to deliver a message. To succeed, we need to have a good pronunciation so people will understand the message. The key is to have good pronunciation. Now, when I mention good pronunciation, I'm not talking about accent. Okay, accent is something different. Remember that the accent is the way we pronounce things, and pronunciation is basically pronouncing the words in a good way. Um, because some people, let's make an example. We have people from all over the United States who pronounce very good English with different accents. Okay, so that's basically it for us. It is important if you're learning a language that your message has been understood, and the only way is to have good pronunciation. Okay, so yeah, good pronunciation. With proper pronunciation, people appear to have knowledge of the language. If you sound good talking, the listener will understand the words you're saying and the message will get across. Mistakes are easier to ignore if you have good pronunciation. Now, this is something that is very real. If you have good pronunciation, people will not focus on the mistakes. People will always focus on pronunciation. Okay? Um, so yeah, basically the same. The listener will understand if you have good pronunciation. Listener will understand and the message will get across with it is, and that's one of the important things when we are speaking another language different from our native one. So unfortunately, we have this information, like this. Sorry, not information. This um, thinking that well, good pronunciation. If you have a good pronunciation, we have a high English level, and if we have a bad pronunciation, is that because we have a low English level. Now, this is very important to notice when we are learning a language, because if you are acquiring a foreign language but you're not focusing on pronunciation, of course everything goes um, together, because if you don't have a good pronunciation, it means that you are not acquiring a good English level. Remember that when I mentioned pronunciation is the way things are pronounced, the proper way things are pronounced. Let's take an example in Spanish. Um, if you say, for example, if a foreigner don't say it, the proper way to say is ferrocarril, but if they say ferrocarril, then you will understand that first off, is not getting a good understanding of the language. You may understand it, some others may not, but the first thing that we're going to focus on is that the person has a low English level, or a low Spanish level in this case. So yes, I would like you to please watch this video and listen to what she has to say. She has to say very important things. I would like you to watch the video and return to this online session.
sure you're watching this video because you want to sound better when you speak English, right? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Emma from English, and in this lesson today, I'm going to show you how to sound more like a native English speaker.
So yeah, she's gonna explain a little tips on how to sound more native or more like an English speaker. She's obviously not from the United States, so she has interesting things to say. Um, so yeah, I want you to please, as I told you, check it out and then come back to this online session. So, to have good pronunciation, what do we have to do? Well, first up, we have to choose our accent. But this is very important, and this is very how to say it. This is something that I really want to emphasize because I some people think that if you speak fast or if you speak, I don't know, if you have a certain specific accent, you're gonna sound native, and that's a terrible and a big mistake. The important is not that you have imitate an accent because, well, first off, remember that accents goes with culture and nationality and all those things. But when I say choose your accent, I mean that you have to speak as you feel comfortable speaking. If let's put an example. We have here a very popular character from Barranquilla. Her name is Sofia Vergara. She speaks English, but she has a Latino accent. And in the Latino accent, even though she has a Latino accent, the message is understood. Okay? And this is what matters, that the message is understood. She feels comfortable speaking with the accent that she's speaking, and that's fine. Okay? That's what I mean when I say choose your accent. Feel comfortable the way that you feel comfortable speaking a language. Um, Another thing is the vowel sounds. It is important to discriminate each vowel sound because it is not the same as, for example, in our case, Spanish. Um, Vowel sound different in English. So this is very important for us when we want to learn a language to discriminate, know how to discriminate the vowel sound. Okay. Now the schwa. I want you to. This is one is very interesting, and I want you to look for the schwa. What is it? Okay, and I want you to please at the end on the forum, I'm gonna open a forum and you're gonna tell me if the schwa is very important when for us to obtain a good pronunciation. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna put the forum. Remember that. What is the activity? On the forum, you're gonna write if you agree or disagree. Okay, if the sound good, we have to consider the schwa. But first, you have to get information about the schwa. Okay. The syllable stress. Syllable stress is very important, and it is very important because when we are pronouncing words, syllable stress, it's part of pronunciation. Okay, so first, because uh, it's like in Spanish. Let me put an example in Spanish. We have, it's not the same papa than papa, right? The stress is in the last A, and one thing papa means that, and papa it could be the Pope or it could be the potato, you know. So that's the importance of syllable stress. So it is not the same to say public than public. There are two different things, right? It is not the same to say computer than computer. Okay? That's not the way you say it. You say computer, you don't say computer. So yeah, it is very important. And of course, the last one, linking sounds. Well, linking sounds is basically when you link the sounds. For example, um, most of the times we link sounds when we are asking questions. Um, let's suppose if you're saying, the most important one is what's, and it's a contraction, but we use it as a linked sound. What's your name? It's the same. It's like you're saying one word, but you're actually saying different ones. What's your name? You're linking sounds. So what's your name? You say your name. You don't say what is your name. You say what's your name. Okay? In regular, in the outside, in the common English that we're gonna find on the streets, you're not gonna listen to what is your name. Or you can say another one that is very common. You don't say hi, how are you? But the most common one to greet someone is what up. What up? You say what up, you're linking to sound that is what's up. And actually you're kidding, you're removing one and adding another one. You're adding a D, right? What up? That's when you link the sounds. Okay. Remember guys that if you have any question, I'm going to be more than happy to answer them if you send emails to me. Okay, so here we have another tip from English, how to pronounce properly. Okay, so check it out. Over here, we have some words with silent letters. Remember that the silent letters are the letters that are silent, basically, that it is not pronounced. For example, with the silent B, we have calm, depth, numb, thumb. Okay? With the silent, let's suppose, the silent W, we have answer. We don't say answer, we say answer. You say two. You don't say two. You say two. Whole, rack, wrap. Okay? We have some silent G, align, assign. Okay? So I want you to please practice at least 3 of them for each one and practice pronunciation with them. Okay, this is very important for us to enhance pronunciation. Let's take a look at the silent K. We have neck, meat, knee, meal, new, knife, night, okay, and so on and so forth. So I want you to please analyze them, and we're going to have an activity afterwards with this information. Okay? Okay, so let's practice. So what do you have to do? You have to create 5 sentences using the silent letters in English. Pick 5 silent letters and elaborate 5 sentences. And please, you're gonna record yourself reading it. Reading the 5 sentences using the tips given by English. Okay. And then after that, what are we going to do? We have this video over here. And you're gonna watch the video, and after we watch the video, we're gonna record 1-minute audio where you explain what happened in the video. Okay, what was going on, what happening over there. And the other part that you're gonna do is that you're gonna select a part of the video clip and imitate a character for 30 seconds. Okay, record it and send it as an audio file. So you're gonna select whatever character you want, except the lady because she doesn't speak that much. You can choose Mr. Phil, you can choose Will's dad, or you can choose Will. Whatever, you have those 3 options. Okay, not the lady. Think. So you're gonna pick one, and you're gonna imitate what they say for 30 seconds. Okay, but it has to be the exact same thing. So what's the idea? The idea is that we are going to pick, you're going to learn by imitation, okay? So please, it has to be perfect, okay? So guys, I wish you um, very good luck with that. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am going to be here for you. And bye bye.